Alright folks, buckle up because this ride just got wilder. We're not only talking about Rachel Zegler and the Snow White disaster, but also her stellar history of mouthing off without doing the bare minimum, like, learning the facts before launching into a social media crusade. And who did she come for back in 2019? None other than Jeremy Renner, a guy who was already in the middle of a rough custody battle and dealing with some seriously heavy accusations. But did Zegler think, maybe I should wait for the facts before weighing in? Nope. She went full throttle with her Twitter fingers. So let's break this down. Jeremy Renner, known for playing Hawkeye, was dealing with claims from his ex-wife, Sunny Pacheco, that he was an abusive, drug-using monster. And look, that's some serious stuff, but Renner was quick to fire back with evidence. He provided legal documents showing he was clean, and a representative even pointed out that Sunny's accusations seemed more like part of a smear campaign than anything else. The courts were still sorting things out, but Renner's focus, at least from his perspective, was on the well-being of his daughter. Now, you'd think Rachel Zegler, who was just starting to break into Hollywood, might have kept her head down and waited for the truth to come out. I mean, there's a whole legal process for a reason, right? But nope. She saw an opportunity to be loud, and oh boy did she go for it. First, she threw out this gem, "Can I be the new Hawkeye?" Not too bad, kind of cheeky, right? But then she decided to crank up the insanity to 11 with, "Actually, I think the new Hawkeye should be a trans woman of color," to stick it to that racist, sexist, transphobic garbage monster. Oh, and don't forget the cherry on top and deaf. Because according to Zegler, that's what would truly stick it to Renner. So, let me get this straight. Zegler not only accused Renner of being racist, sexist, transphobic, and disrespectful to the deaf community without any clear evidence to back it up, but she also somehow thought that a tweet storm would be the right way to push for representation. Yeah, nothing screams proper representation like using marginalized communities as a weapon in your internet beef. It's like she was ticking off every box in the woke Hollywood bingo game, and all because she had a bone to pick with a guy who was going through a rough public breakup. Classy, right? And you know what's even more insane? When someone had the nerve to call her out, telling her to learn the facts before running her mouth, what did Zegler do? Apologize? Reflect? Nope. She doubled down. She wrote, "Not even remotely going to address the story that came out today, but he has made racist, sexist, transphobic comments and totally disrespected the deaf community. Better catch my mouth 'cause she running by." Girl, what? First off, "better catch my mouth" sounds like something a teenager would say when they're grounded for the weekend, not the words of a professional actor trying to build a career in Hollywood. But sure, go ahead and throw every accusation in the book at a guy based on what exactly? Gossip, speculation, Twitter hearsay. Look, whether you're Team Renner or not, the fact is Zegler didn't have the full picture, and she decided to become the self-appointed judge, jury, and executioner anyway. And this is the same person who's now lecturing us about how Snow White is too outdated for modern audiences. What's ironic is how she went from crusading against Renner to getting her own share of hate for her disastrous Snow White interviews, where she basically trashes the original movie, The Prince, and the whole concept of romance. Like Zegler, if you're trying to build a fan base, maybe stop alienating people with every single word that comes out of your mouth. And let's not forget the backlash she's been facing lately. Oh, she's no stranger to hate. From botching Snow White to her cringe-worthy opinions on Renner, she's been stirring the pot left and right. And yet, every time she's challenged, she responds with the maturity of someone whose only defense is "catch my mouth." Well, maybe it's time someone did catch it, because she's digging a hole deeper than Snow White's box office projections at this point. Honestly, the whole Jeremy Renner thing was a massive misfire. It's not like Renner's out here winning any awards for being a saint, but come on Zegler, you're going to go on a public tirade with accusations that not even TMZ could fully back up. And yet, she's got the audacity to preach about proper representation while playing fast and loose with accusations that hurt real people's lives. It's rich, isn't it? She's talking about sticking it to Renner like she's doing something noble, but what she really did was just jump on a bandwagon without any thought to the actual consequences. So yeah, Rachel Zegler is proving time and time again that when it comes to talking out of her backside, she's got no competition. Whether it's completely misrepresenting Snow White or throwing baseless accusations at Renner, she's the reigning champ of saying the absolute worst thing at the absolute worst time. And honestly, it's going to catch up with her sooner rather than later. Hollywood might love a hot take, but they don't have patience for this kind of nonsense forever.